hope y'all understand that. That means I'm feeling good. Saturday, yeah, I'm under the weather a little, but we're gonna be all right. Eat it like peanut brittle, and it's gonna be real good. And let's make this thing understood. I'm happy to be here. I don't have to drink a beer, and I don't have to say something that y'all would cheer on. But I'm here to the brink of what? I'm here to bring to the brink of what? We're going to keep this thing popping as I'm dropping the beat and going to make sure all of my people's going to eat. And you take a seat and just watch the show and look at how it go, And I know that you want to be here with me. I'm glad you came through and I can see you. What up, Stacey White? What up, everybody? Yo, it's the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about when the student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous. When the student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous, you know what I'm talking about. You know, people would believe or think that their mentors want them to do well in life. And for the most part, when you are mentored by somebody, guided by somebody, taught by somebody, instructed by somebody, they normally try to steer you in the area of success. But you know, when you feel that you're good enough at something to be able to teach somebody else how to do it, there's probably a big ego involved, and they believe that they can do it best as good as anybody else. But when they go for self and realize that the person that they have taught is getting better than them, and attention they have caught kind of gets under their nerves, they think that they're still better than them, but it doesn't matter. But when we get into this thing, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, when the student becomes the teacher and the teacher becomes jealous. So let's get into this thing right now. All right. So it feels good to have the intro music back. It feels good to have the intro music back, man. I'm glad to be here. Listen, when the student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous, what do y'all know about that? What do you know about somebody showing somebody, teaching somebody, introducing somebody, pushing somebody, guiding somebody, but not really ever wanting them to be better than them at it? It's sort of like on a sports team. You know how, when it comes to professional sports, they're always looking for the younger player because the younger player is going to be there for a long time. And as good as they are right now, you don't have to pay them a whole lot of money. But as people start to get better in their sport and they start to help their teams really win and be successful and win championships and things like that, then you know that you're going to have to start opening up that wallet. You're going to have to start opening up your pocketbook and start paying that player. So if you can catch the next best thing, then that's the thing that you want. But whoever has the top spot on the team becomes the teacher. So a situation like Tom Brady of the New England Patriots, when he was with the Patriots, Bill Belichick, who is the head coach, was constantly trying to bring in the heir apparent to Tom Brady. So he expected Tom Brady to bring that quarterback in, a young quarterback, and show him the ropes and teach him how to read defenses and how to call plays and how to make the right decisions. And Tom Brady was like, "Nah, I'm still the greatest. I'll show you a couple of things. I mean, you already know how to throw a football, right? You've been doing that since Little League, high school, college, and now you're here. But in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I'm the best right now. So I'm not going, I'll teach you a couple of things. I'll even act like I'm a team player. Like if when I go down, if I go down, you got to be ready." Tom Brady wasn't going to show nobody how to be better than him. Brett Favre wasn't going to show nobody how to be better than him. Joe Montana wasn't going to show nobody how to be better than him. So, although there are trainers and coaches who will show a quarterback or any type of other player how to be great, if they are still a player, be better than them? Do you think that Deion Sanders, in all of his glory, his coaching glory right now, do you think that he would be proud? And I'm not saying that he wouldn't, but do you think that he would really be proud if he came across the next Deion Sanders? Somebody that was good in two sports? Somebody who was elite at the position that he played on a football team? Somebody who would be guaranteed to get positive yardage on a kickoff return or a punt return. You know, Deion has an ego and it's big and it's being channeled in the right direction, but he's probably not dealing with players that he knows are ever going to be as good as he was. But he's mentoring them. What happens? What happens when he coaches somebody that is going to be a Hall of Famer like he is? What happens then? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But in your own life, you may have been taught by somebody, coached by somebody, instructed by somebody, mentored by somebody, guided by somebody, led by somebody, shown by somebody. It could be your own brother and sister. They took you under their wing and showed you how to play basketball, showed you how to play football, showed you how to run, jump, whatever, how to do good in school, whatever. You know how sibling rivalries go. They might have showed you how to do something. They showed you how to play a game that they were really good at, and it was all good as long as they were able to still beat you. But what happens after you got good and start beating them? What happened then? I bet you they ain't show you nothing else. I bet you they ain't show you nothing else. And I'm not even saying that they jealous. Because we ain't got to say it. When the student becomes the teacher and then the teacher gets jealous. I'm not talking about the student who has become the teacher getting jealous. I'm talking about the teacher that the student learned from has gotten jealous. Let's get into this thing. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And this is a Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. On the Urban Therapy with Sun show this afternoon, we are talking about when the student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous. The student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous. The student becomes the teacher gets jealous. The student becomes the teacher gets jealous. When the student becomes the teacher, he might have reached a broader audience and it ain't accepted by the person who showed him the game, and things aren't really the same. So what are you going to do when you are better than the crew who taught you how to do? You might have to run along and find another way to sing a better song. It's your biz, but I'm trying to tell you what time it is. So that's what we're talking about today. When the student becomes the teacher and the teacher becomes jealous. If y'all would like to call into the show, because yes, we are back with that. If you want to call into the show, I invite you to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. All you have to do is press number 1, and they will tell you, that will let us know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on it, do the damn thing. So which one of y'all know about the student becoming the teacher and the teacher getting jealous? It may have happened to you. You may have witnessed it happen to somebody else. I saw an interesting video. I saw an interesting video the other day. Carson Wentz formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles, will now get a starting position again in the NFL. He had been out of the NFL for a while because, quite frankly, nobody was picking him up. And he had a really breakout super season, the season that he got hurt, which was the 2017 Eagles season. That was the season where they won the Super Bowl. And there's a video circulating about when they won the Super Bowl. And this is in the locker room. And the music, "We Are the Champions," is playing in the back because the Eagles won. They won. February 4th, 2018, the Philadelphia Eagles finally won a Super Bowl. And Carson Wentz was the reason that they made it to the Super Bowl, because he won all of those games during the regular season. But Nick Foles was the one who carried them through the playoffs, because Carson Wentz had gotten a torn ACL in the game with the Los Angeles Rams in week 14 of the season. Tragic loss. But this cat wasn't, if you see this video circulating around the internet, you can see it on YouTube. Like, this guy, you would think that they just lost the Super Bowl. He's in there with his head down. He's complaining. And Darren Sproles, who was like the kick returner and running back of the Eagles at the time, was he had talked about for years how Carson Wentz wasn't really happy for the team. You know, he didn't want Nick Foles to go ahead and be the Super Bowl MVP. He didn't want the team to win. He wanted to be the main reason that the team won. And he was never the same after they won. He never had a season like he did that season. And it wasn't just because of injury. What was really injured was his heart, his ego, and his emotional state. He's a mess. So ironically, he will be returning to be the starting quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, the team that essentially ended his career. When the student becomes the teacher becomes jealous. Now, at the time when Nick Foles guided the Eagles to the Super Bowl, en route to winning the Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles had actually been a quarterback before Carson Wentz. But Carson Wentz seemed like this super quarterback who was going to be the future of the Eagles. So I'm sure he was like, oh, yeah, I'm out. But I know the season is over now because Nick Foles going to get in there. He going to lay an egg. And Nick Foles went in there. Woo! Nick Foles was something else in them playoffs. He was not the first playoff game when we played the Falcons, but after we played the Vikings and then the Super Bowl with the Patriots, and then he almost did it again the next year because Carson Wentz got hurt again, and it looked like Super Nick was going to do it again. But the teacher was jealous. The teacher was jealous. He was hating. When Jalen Hurts came in, he knew that was about to be the future of the franchise, and it did. So as he was supposed to be mentoring Jalen Hurts was like, yo, man, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? No way. I know ain't no way I'm getting on the field. See, Jalen Hurts has been benched before in a big game, in a championship game. So he knows what it's like to be the guy, but have a bad time and somebody else be the guy. Things like that build character. What has built character in you? What has built the character in your mentors? What makes a person pretend or seem like they are promoting the success of somebody who is a step below them in experience or skill, but then not really want them to advance past them. Is it innocent ego? Care Bear says, why? So they can take my job? You know, I have a funny way of looking at people taking other people's jobs. I always look at it like, if you lost your job to somebody, you didn't do your job. But I realized working at a particular account that some people do not think that way. Some people look at, if the next guy comes in here and he has all of these skills and accolades and all of that, we better not hire him. I've been in a meeting where we were deciding if we were interviewing prospective employees, and some of the interviewers were saying things like, shoot, man, we hired that guy, he had my job in a minute. And I'm thinking like, so you're not going to hire a guy who's not even seeking your position. He's applying for a position in a different capacity or role, but you're worried about him exceeding the expectations of that role and then eventually taking you down. So you're not going to hire him. And that's exactly what happened. I said, so by seeing that live in the flesh, I thought to myself, so whoever you do hire, you're only hiring them to do this. Know this. Maybe a little bit of this, but maybe not too much of this, because that makes you look bad if you're the one who taught him. But you're just looking for him to do this. No advancement. No rising above. No elevation. I don't know, y'all. I'm not programmed that way. I don't know who is. Well, I do know some people who are, but I know I'm not. I am not programmed to do something like that or be that way. Look, if I'm going to take you on, if I'm going to spend my time with you, I'm going to try to show you everything that you should know. And I've been known to teach somebody the game, much to the chagrin of other people who tried to keep the game just between a few people. Like, I don't know. I believe that there's more than enough food for everybody to eat. And by keeping somebody from eating today doesn't mean you're going to starve them tomorrow. So what's the point? Concentrate on getting yours. Can we do that? Can we concentrate on you getting yours? So when the student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous, sometimes, unfortunately, this has happened in people's families, by their parents, by a show of hands. How many people know of a mother that was jealous of their daughter, or a father that was jealous of their sons? I don't hear so much about fathers being jealous of sons. Not that I haven't heard of it, but I don't hear of it as much. Maybe that's indicative of us not having enough fathers around the way. But I've heard story after story after story after story of mothers, of women that I know, even when I was young, girls that I knew, talking about how they mom was jealous of them. And sometimes it was kind of evident when you hear Mothers talk about how, yeah, well, you got a pretty nice body, but you ain't have a body like I did when I was your age. When I was your age, I was this. When I was your age, I was that. When I was your age, 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 and when I was your age, when I was your age, when I was your age, I was your age, I was your age. Yeah, you hear it. I've heard of it a lot. Maybe you have heard of it in some capacity too. But yeah, mothers being jealous of daughters. Now, do we know if that's really the problem that the mom had? I've never heard a mother come right out and say, "Yeah, I'm jealous of my daughter because she's prettier than I was, or she has a better body than I had, or she was smarter than me, better in school." What you call it? More ambitious, got better job, made more money. I don't know if that all has to be said. I don't know if all of that has to be said in order to qualify what looks like somebody being jealous. Thanks for liking and sharing the show, Stacy. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about when the student becomes the teacher and then the teacher gets jealous. Hold on. K-Red says, depends on the industry and the color of everyone's skin. Uh-oh. Care Bear also says, I have unknowingly taught someone everything that I knew, only for them to be promoted over me because of nepotism. But you wasn't going to stop nepotism. You can't stop nepotism because nepotism has nothing to do with what anybody taught them. Nothing to do with it at all. They was going to do that anyway. Like Master P. No matter how good Mystical was, Mia X, any of those other Tank members back in the day, they was never going to be better or more valuable to No Limit Records than Silk the Shocker and C Murder. You're not selling more records than Silk the Shocker and C Murder. Not going to happen. Nepotism is one of those things. It's a fix. The game is fixed. You can't stop a game that's fixed. That's like trying to decide that when you're watching professional wrestling, like one of the wrestlers should win based on their skill set. Like that's not the way this is set up. It's not the way it's set up. So I understand to a certain degree. I just think that what's for you is for you, and what's not is not. But if you're going to teach somebody how to do something, if you're going to mentor somebody, if you're going to guide and instruct somebody, do it from the heart. Do it because you really want them to learn how to do it. Other than that, don't teach. Don't show. Don't do. That's what I say, though. That's just what I'm saying. Stacey White says, I am really glad I did not have to go through that with my mom. I think that will have broke me. I understand. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, Ma? And she says, you watch too much Lifetime. I heard lots of men being like that with their sons. Maybe you watching too much Lifetime. Or Spike Channel. Men always challenging their sons. You think you ready? Let's go to the basement. Let's go outside. Yeah, but that's challenging them. What I'm talking about is like Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan holding back Kwame Brown. You recruited the boy. You're supposed to be retired. You're supposed to be coaching this team, whatever. You still want to suit up and play. What you doing, Mike? Now, Kwame Brown never became the player that he should have been. Especially being a number 1 draft pick coming straight out of high school. But Jordan picked him. Picked him for doing what? Picked him to do what? Still not be as good as you? If you want to teach somebody something, show somebody something, do it like you mean for them to be successful. If you don't mean for them to be successful, let them make it on their own. You don't have to be associated. You know what I mean? I don't watch Lifetime. I don't watch Lifetime Movie Network. I don't watch the Oprah Channel, none of that bullshit. I don't be watching that shit. Y'all be the ones watching that shit, excusing them Tyler Perry shows. A Family That Prays and all that old bullshit. The haves and the have-nots and all that old bullshit. House of Pain, all that old bullshit. Actually, House of Pain wasn't a bad show. That wasn't a bad show. Okay. Why don't I watch those channels? Because I don't like the shows. They suck. Look, just because it's one thing I've had to learn over the years, just because it's a black show don't mean it's good. Y'all gotta step y'all penmanship up. Y'all gotta step up y'all game. Start writing better. You got great actors and actresses. Give them something to do. Stop writing them corny ass simple scripts. Insulting black people like we can't understand anything outside of, clown shit, coon shit, a pie in the face shit. That's insulting to me. It is. I ain't watching that shit. I don't be enjoying it. Tyler Perry is going to be on there. Tyler Perry be on We. I don't be on We. Wherever Tyler Perry is, that's where I'm not. But I'm actually proud of the man for being as successful as he is. But I can't rock with him. So yeah, as far as fathers being jealous of their sons, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I imagine a father could feel some kind of way about his son being able to get better girls than he got when he was younger. But shoot, I mean, I've seen fathers and sons actually go after the same women. Part of the game is that, though. Man, trifling is trifling. Trifling is trifling. Of course, we know mothers that have bedded down they daughters' boyfriends too. Nasty shit. Ratchet shit. Nasty and ratchet. But these are some of the things we got to deal with. We got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. And sometimes we just got to keep it real. It is what it is, and we got to keep it real. Stacey White says Lifetime movies are very good. They have murder mysteries in movies. You like the murder mysteries that they be having on Lifetime? Where them little white girls be all evil and they just be killing everybody. Coming out of nowhere, they just be killing. Killing. Little white girls, little skinny, you know what I mean? Size 3, size 0, wearing ass white girls, and they be knocking people off. Not getting caught. That's what I be seeing on the We channel. Serial killing Megan. Serial killing Kayla. Kayla did it. Kayla did it. She's the epitome of evil. epitome of evil. She got 4 bodies on this one show. I don't know how the next one gonna go. All I know is that you better not leave her alone. Make her mad because you gonna moan. Leave your last breath. That's your death. You shouldn't have rested around with Kayla because you Yeah, Stacey, you know what I'm talking about. They always have some little white girl on there killing everybody. Be like, come on, man. Like, ain't nobody gonna catch her. She killing 6'3" niggas. This nigga standing 6'3", 250 pounds. Kayla took him out. Dusting off her clothes like what? I'm the epitome of evil. Epitome of evil. Epitome of evil. I'm going to do bad. Kind of like a devil when you make me mad. You want to be sad with your family. You're going to grieve. And I'm taking out bodies like you wouldn't believe. The lies that we tell. Going to steal us like straight to hell. But until I get there, cops don't really be there and don't care. Nobody suspected that I did them, but I did a lot of them. A lot of them. Yeah. I can't take it. When a student becomes the teacher and the teacher gets jealous. Like I said, if y'all want to call into the show, y'all can call into the show. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits. I said call you out by the last 4 digits. I'll call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. Let me see. Hold on. You know what? They don't show you. I guess maybe you're not supposed to actually write anything on this. That's the difference between using the phone and using the webcam. Like, how do I make suppose I don't want to just read your comments. What if I want to write something too? I don't see nowhere where you can do that. I don't see it. Let me see it. Nope. Nothing. I got nothing. NOTHING. So, but let's keep it moving though, shall we? Shall we mosey on down or ease on down the road? Ease on down the road. But yeah, man, you know, when the student becomes a teacher and the teacher gets jealous, you show somebody how to play chess. Now they beating you at chess, beating everybody at chess. They like Bobby Fischer with the chess. And you all salty. I should have never taught that nigga how to play chess. I mean, what did you teach him for? If you didn't teach him or her in order for them to be really good and be able to compete against you or with you, what you teach him for? What are you trying to do? When the student becomes the teacher, but the teacher gets jealous. I don't know. What more could you ask for? But these are some of the things we got to deal with. You know, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles. Shout out to everybody out there, any and everybody out there that was raised by their aunties and uncles and stuff like that. And they treated them like their mom, but more of like an abusive mom. You know, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the victims. I'm always an advocate of the victims, the real victims, not the ones that play the victims. The real victims, not the one that play the victim, Everybody's talking about let's go straight to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. This was a good song back in the 70s. No? But But yeah, man, when the student becomes a teacher and the teacher gets jealous, you can't stop the rock, man. Jealousy is and, let me talk for a minute about people who excuse jealousy. Like it's just a natural way to be, and all human beings and even animals experience jealousy. No, it's not. It's never okay to be jealous, because jealousy is such a destructive way to be. It's such a destructive way to be. Because when you're jealous of somebody, you're telling them that they have something that you want, but they don't want you to have it. They want to have it, but they don't want you to have it. They want to make sure that you don't have what you used to have anymore. There's something that's good that you have. They may have even given it to you, but they don't want you to have it anymore. And so they're going to try to find a way to be able to take it away from you. That's why jealousy is so destructive. And that's why I don't think it should be excused on any level whatsoever. It should always be taken seriously, because it will come back to bite you in the ass 24/7. You cannot perform a jealous act and be doing anybody any good. Now, there are going to be people out there who will say, yeah, but maybe if you was jealous of somebody, it motivated you to do much better. Like I said, jealousy is when you want something that somebody else has instead of them having it. So you want to take what they have from them. You're not trying to have something in addition to what they have. You want what they have, but you want them not to have it anymore. That's how jealousy works. That's how jealousy works. And that's why it's such a destructive way to be. We can display all of our destructive qualities as well. But if there's jealousy mixed in it, you can best believe that somebody is getting done in because of no fault of their own. We're about to get on up out of here, y'all. We about to get on up out of here. But I wanna leave y'all on this. When the student becomes the teacher, but the teacher becomes the mentor, that's something that we really have to look at when we start choosing schools for our children to go to, when we start choosing extracurricular activities for our children to go to, when we decide to try to learn a skill or an ability or something of that kind from someone else. I remember I took Taekwondo in 1996. I took Taekwondo and I was getting pretty good at it. Now, in order to be good at Taekwondo, you have to have good legs and feet, because that's basically what Taekwondo is. You're using your hands and your feet to defend yourself. Anyway, I guess I was getting pretty good. I wasn't that good at it to the point where I was going to go from like a white belt all the way up to a black belt in no time flat. But I was strong. There were a lot of juveniles in the class. They were small. And I was 26, like maybe 25, 26. And so when I would spar with them, they got the chops and the kicks and the punches, but I would just throw them. I was aggressive. Just take the kid and throw him. Because when you spar, that's what you're supposed to do. Do whatever it takes to beat your opponent. I'm like, I don't want to beat these kids up. I'll just stop them from beating me up. Toss them. And the sensei, he didn't really like that. And I remember he told me that I would never be able to beat him. He told me that. I would never be able to beat him. What was I supposed to do? Be like, yes, I will. or yes, I can. But I saw right then and there, this is not the class for me. Because if I will never be able to beat him, translate it to he's going to make sure that he never shows me how to be able to beat him or anybody like him. I'm not going to be trained well in this class. So I just slowly stopped going to the class. But I like Taekwondo. It was good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Katrina Floyd, happy birthday to you. And also Aaliyah Muhammad, turning 42 years old today, and Tracy Roberts, turning 50 years old today, St. Louis Stand Up. And also Maria Mama Jennings, happy birthday to you, and Yolanda Davis, happy birthday to you. And also Tracy Determined, or should I say Tracy Determined, turning 40 years old today, happy birthday to you. And also Doris Fox Davis, happy birthday to you. And Skidoni Yao, happy birthday. And Jean-Marie Pascal, turning 33 years old today. And Byron Cindy Pretty, turning 44 years old today. And Annette Davis, the number one. Happy birthday to you. Do the damn thing, Annette. And also my man Doug Bell, that I've known all the way back to the 1989. Michael Project Urban Life, happy birthday to you, my brother. Renee Henry Hand, happy birthday to you. And this is a posthumous birthday shout out to one of our go-getters who passed last year, Ann Martinez. She would have been 56 years old today. Happy heavenly birthday to you. And Steve Collins, happy birthday to you. And Tanya Blanco, happy birthday. And last but not least, also going all the way back to the 1989, my girl Erica Adams Goodwin, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and everybody out there who shares this birthday on this glorious November 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead, turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. When a student becomes the teacher, but the teacher becomes jealous, it kind of means to me that the teacher was never really interested in the student becoming very good. How can you hate on your own product? How can you not show love to what you created? They are of your own creation when it comes to that skill that they are performing. They may be able to do it well on their own, but you're the one who showed them how to do it at all. So be proud of yourself, but don't be proud of yourself if you're out there hating. You know what I mean? Peace to you, Inky. Says, I like your bracelets. I just got here, though. I appreciate you coming through. And I hope that you subscribe to the channel so you can know every time that we come on up in here. If you hit the notification bell, and we are here every day, every day. Every day it rains. All right. All right, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. So I see y'all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Shall we? Shall we? And I do feel better than I did last night, but I'm not at 100%. But I'm working on it. Working on it. Working on it. Peace, y'all. Okay, there we go.